Hey guys, Ivan here at ivanmana.com, and in this video I want to give you the complete LinkedIn ads tutorial with their newest interface as of the end of 2020 and very likely going into 2021. In this video I want to cover how to create your LinkedIn ad account and business page, how to create campaigns, how to set up conversion tracking, and how to create audiences, which is really all you need to promote on LinkedIn ads. Before we get into it, guys, if you enjoy these types of online marketing tutorial videos, make sure to like this video and subscribe, and also hit the notification bell icon so that you will receive notifications when I release more videos like this. Also, let me know in the comments below if you already tried LinkedIn advertising or not. And if you have, is there any other affiliate ad network platform you would like me to make a video on? Let me know in the comments and let's get started. The first thing you have to do if you want to promote on LinkedIn ads is create a basic LinkedIn account. So head over to linkedin.com and just create your basic account. I have something here, as you can see on the left-hand side, Ivan M, self-employed at Ivan Mana. Create something basic, you don't have to get fancy. After you do that, on the top right, you will see an option that says Advertise. So if you click on that, you will be taken to the LinkedIn Campaign Manager where you can create your account. Now, you won't see anything here, and that's totally fine. These are accounts that I created a long time ago, so they're pretty outdated. So what you want to do is click on Create Account. And now what we have to do is fill in some blanks, but we also have to create a business page if you don't have one already. So let's go from top to bottom and we'll proceed in creating our account. So I already have an account name called Ivan's Ad Account, so I can't do that. So let's say Ivan's Ad Account, let's say YouTube, so we can clearly differentiate. You can select the currency, you cannot change the currency later. So if I am in Canada, I would select Canadian dollar. Next, you have to associate your page. Now, I do already have a few business pages that I created. So all you would have to do is enter an existing page name, and it should pull up some pages that you can link, or you can enter the URL of your page. Let's assume you don't have anything. Let's assume you don't have a business page. What do? You will simply click on Create New LinkedIn Page, and now you will be taken to this option here. So let's go through this. Let's create our business page, and then we can finish off the account process, and then we can start creating the campaigns. So obviously, you fill in, whichever option you are. Are you a small business, a large business? Showcase pages if you already have a page and you want to add kind of subcategories in it. If you're a school or university, most likely for most of you watching this video, if you're an affiliate marketer like myself, you will probably select this option here because you're the only person working. So all the steps here are the same regardless of what you pick, so it doesn't really matter, but that's the option you would go with. For the name, so let's say the company name here is Ivan Mana. That's the name of my company. This is going to be our public URL of the page. So the website of our page is ivanmana.com. Let's suppose, that's our page. That's the main call to action we want to have to direct people to. Next, we're going to select the industry. So what industry are we in? We are in e-learning. You can say that, right? We teach people online. Let's see if we do marketing and advertising. So let's go ahead and select that because this is a channel about affiliate marketing. Company size, 1 employee. Well, I am in our case, I'm the only employee. You fill in, right, whatever is right for you. In this case, we are self-employed. Now we have to update a logo and then add a little tagline. Then what we're gonna do is head in there and make our page look a little bit prettier, and then that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose a logo. It's gonna be a 300 by 300 image, and I'll see you back in a second. Okay, so I uploaded my logo. It's not really a logo, but it's just something that we can use as an example. And for the tagline, we can say, I help you learn everything. I help you learn the tools to your affiliate marketing success. We could say something like this. So it's a little tagline that's gonna page, this page preview is showing what the page will look like. So if they visit your page, this is what they're gonna see, okay? So you wanna make a good impression. You wanna let people know what this page is about. You wanna verify that you are the owner of this page. Click on Create Page. So now that we created the page, you will see your tagline here and the logo here. So now we can just tidy this up a little bit. We can add a little description. We can add a location if there is one. we can add a first post, and obviously we can add a cover image. So it tells you the dimensions of the recommended size. So I do suggest you stick to that so it actually fits the correct area. Once again, I have something we can use just as an example. So I'm going to go ahead and add that here in a second. So I went ahead and added my YouTube banner here, and you can go ahead and you can drag it as you see fit. Now in our case, it fits perfectly. So we're just going to drag it here and give it a little more just like that. And we can click save. Okay, and now it's going to save it, and now this is going to be our business page. So now let's go ahead and let's add a description. So we're going to head over here. We can add something a little bit about us. So I have been doing affiliate marketing for the past 4 years and have generated a full-time income working from home, running ads on a variety of ad networks. And then we can say, I want to teach you to be able to do the same on this page / channel. And then you can confirm and make sure everything you have here is correct. You can add a phone number. You can add a year founded. Now in this case, I know the year was founded, and it's not. That's weird. I was entering 2 on my numpad and then entered -1, but that's okay. So we could say that. We can add a specialty. The more information you have here, it doesn't hurt. So here we could say Google Ads. Let's say, for example, Facebook ads. So you can add little tags, add little specialties so people know. Microsoft ads. We could say LinkedIn ads. Okay. So once you're happy with this, go ahead and hit save. And it's going to tell you how complete your page is here. So we just finished the description. It's adding up. Doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to add all of this. Again, this is just an illustration just so you have something to work with. So once we do that, we can head over back here. Let's refresh this page. So now that we've created our page, let's go ahead and click on create account. We're going to name this again Ivan's ad account, let's say YouTube. And this time we can enter the name of our page. So the name of our page was Ivan Mana. So we're going to head over here. We'll type in Ivan Mana. And now it should show up, so we can select that and we can click save. And now we've successfully created our account. So if we head back over to Campaign Manager, we will see this account here. It is on hold. It is still pending review. We're going to have to enter payment information and all that fun stuff, but we've created the account and we should be good to go. So now we can click on this account. And so in LinkedIn ads, it follows the same hierarchy. Okay, so after you create the account, obviously that's the highest level. You have campaign groups, you have campaigns, and then you have ads. So if you followed my courses on Facebook ads, Google ads, or my other videos, they follow the exact same hierarchy. They have campaign, ad group or ad set, and ads. In LinkedIn, it's campaign, campaign group, campaign, and ads. Okay, so pretty much same thing. So here it automatically created a default campaign group for us. So that's like a campaign if you're thinking of at the Google ads level. So we're gonna click on this. And now we can create a campaign. So it's basically going to be an ad group. So this is where we will be setting up our targeting options. So we will choose who we want to target, what location we want to target, what ages, genders, and so on. So we're going to go ahead and click on create campaign. And it's telling us, do we want to create a campaign or hint, hint, ad group under this default campaign group, or do we want to create a new group? Okay, so this was the default one that was automatically created. We're totally fine keeping it as is. So we're going to go ahead and click next. And the first thing it's asking for us to do is select an objective. If you hover over all of these objectives, LinkedIn is going to tell you what they mean. So brand awareness, LinkedIn is going to show your ads to as many people as possible. Not necessarily people that are going to be likely to click or convert, but it's going to show it to as many people as possible so people know that you exist. That's the goal here, if that's what you want. Website visits is telling you, so if you want to direct people to your website, LinkedIn is going to show right here your campaign, your ads to people most likely to click. So this is a good option if you don't have conversion tracking set up yet, or if you're in the process of setting up conversion tracking and you still don't have it set up. Remember, by the end of this video, you will know how to set up conversion tracking. So after you generate some conversions, you are better off selecting the website conversions option, which is going to show your ads to people most likely to convert based on LinkedIn algorithms. Next, we have the engagement campaign. So LinkedIn will show ads to people most likely to engage, to like, to share, to comment. Video views, it's going to show ads more likely to people to watch your videos. Lead generation, we will create a quick lead generation form, and I'm going to show you how to create a lead generation campaign by the end of this video as well. So that's what this option is. Disregard it for now. We will go back to it. Website conversions, as I mentioned, if you have conversions set up, you will select website conversions. Job applicants, if you're promoting a company, which is something you affiliates will probably not be doing, but if you want to show like a different job opportunity, you would select this option. In our case, we want to send traffic to our website. So that's going to be ivanmana.com. So we're going to select website visits. So we're going to be sending people to my website, ivanmana.com. And we're going to be offering people a free guide in exchange for their email on LinkedIn. Okay, so let's suppose, right, as an example. So we can probably close out of this page. We don't need it anymore. And here we're just going to go from top to bottom, filling in all the blanks. Again, on the left-hand side, you see here we've created the campaign group, which is just a group of all the different ad sets basically that you're going to have. And then the campaign is where we're actually going to set everything up. Okay, so let's go from top to bottom. Now, we've selected our campaign objective. So the next thing here we have is saved audiences. So we don't have any audiences yet, right? Audiences are going to be your remarketing lists, your lookalike audiences. We don't have any of that yet, so we can skip it. But we can select LinkedIn audiences. So people with a bachelor's degree, people in corporate HR professionals. We can select all these and we can target these people. We're not going to do that in this video, but let's suppose we select corporate HR professionals. Now we're targeting 130,000+ people, right, in Canada. But like I said, we want to go over some other options. We're going to skip that. So the next option here, it's asking us for the location. So do you want to target people that recently were in a specific country or who travel maybe here and there to a specific country, or people that actually live in the location? So that's up to you to decide. We're going to select permanent location. And let's suppose we want to target people in Canada. We're going to select Canada, and we have to X out of that and select United States. We're going to select United States. We're going to X out of that, and let's say Australia. We'll select Australia, okay? And then let's suppose we want to exclude a certain country or exclude cities or states. We can click on exclude, and let's suppose New York. No offense, New York. Let's suppose we want to exclude New York, okay? So we're going to do that. So now, so far, we are targeting people that live in Canada, US, and Australia, all over those countries, but not in New York, okay? So far, we're reaching 190 million people, which is huge. We probably don't want to leave it at that because that's very narrow. So where we actually set up the targeting is at this option over here, where it says narrow audience further. So once we set this up, we have the option to actually go into specific audience attributes. So let's go from top to bottom. So audiences here, you will be able to select audiences that you already created. Again, we're going to go through this by the end of this video. You don't have anything now, but you will be able to create retargeting audiences of people who visited your website but didn't convert, and all that fun stuff. People that saw your videos. You'll be able to retarget these people. Again, we don't have anything there, so we're going to skip this audiences for now, but I'll show you how to use it later. So we're going to go with audience attributes. And here you can select all the different attributes, what company someone works for, what their demographics are, what their education is, experience, interests, and traits. Okay, so let's quickly go through them. So if you select company, you can select all these options. So for example, company names, and then you can say Google, and now you can target people that work at Google or that have Google as their title, right? In their LinkedIn title. You don't have to select company name. You can select company category, for example, and any one of these categories. If the company corresponds to these, you'll be targeting these people. Okay, so lots of options to explore, guys. I invite you to explore, to look at these yourself. There's just too many options, and just knock yourself out, right? Lots of different things you could be testing here. Next, you have demographics. So obviously you can target by age or gender. Now you do have to check a little box here that says that you're not going to be biasing and excluding people. You're promising that you're not creating ads in the housing, education, or credit niches, because there was a case with Facebook a while back where people were complaining that people promoting Facebook ads, they were discriminating against people of certain age, of certain income group, and they weren't showing them job opportunities because they were being discriminated based on their age, their education, all that stuff. And so they said, okay, we can't do that. We're not going to allow that. And so now if you are promoting in any one of these fields, if you're offering someone a job, you cannot target by age group, okay? So basically you're saying here that yes, my ad has nothing to do with housing, education, credit, or employment. So we're going to go back, and the same thing applies with gender. So you also can't discriminate by gender, so you would have to check mark here. Next, you have education. So you will be targeting people that have a specific degree here. So people that have a bachelor's degree, for example, you can select that. And now we're targeting people that live in Canada, US, and Australia, and that have a bachelor's degree. So now we're targeting 37 million people. You can also target by field of study, by member schools, and you can select, people that either went to Harvard or are in Harvard, and you can target these people. So pretty cool, really detailed targeting, okay? The other thing here is you have job experience. So people that have a certain job title. So they have engineer as their job title. You can target these people. People that have a job function of, let's say, an admin in the administrative field, right? So you'll be able to target all these people. Again, explore. There's just so many different options. There's no need to go over them because it's going to differ based on what you are doing, based on what you're promoting. But that's what this looks like. Then you have interests and traits, which is more of a general kind of, it's a more narrow overview. So these are very specific, like you're targeting people that have a specific company, whereas these are more broad categories that you can't necessarily point a finger on and say this person is X. So for example, member groups, you can target people that like this Facebook group, for example. So you could target people that are part of the Facebook group called Facebook. There are 1,200 members here, or Facebook for real estate, or Facebook for Twitter and business. And now you're targeting all these different groups. But these groups, they're not going to be as targeted, meaning anybody could be a member of these groups. They can join. We don't know how involved they are with, for example, Facebook ads expert. They could be a part of the group. We don't know if they're a student or they're an expert or whichever part they are. Whereas these other options, if we know that they work in Google, well, we know for a fact they are very likely to be working at Google. So that's what I mean by these being a bit more kind of generic and broad. But in our case, because we're promoting an affiliate marketing product, we're not promoting like a specific job offer or something like that. Maybe we do want to select one of these categories. So maybe we can go with, let's say, member interests. And we can select people that are interested in, for example, affiliate marketing. And we can click search. So maybe marketing and advertising. And we can select one of these options here. So maybe marketing strategies, and there's affinity marketing. But we can just look around, okay? So we will do that in a second. But what we'll do is let's quickly close out of these because we don't want these for our example. We're promoting an affiliate product. We don't want these either. And let's look for something to do with, for example, affiliate marketing. So let's go back, interests and traits. Let's say member groups, and let's see if there's an affiliate marketing group that people are part of. Okay. So here we have affiliate marketing, affiliates, merchants. Okay, so we can maybe target this group. We can maybe target this group. Make money online, okay? So something like that we could do. Member interests. Let's see if we type in affiliate marketing and see if we find anything. Okay, so here, so we have an interest of affiliate marketing. That works too. We can keep going. Let's look at member traits. So member traits won't really apply to us. This is more so people that have career changes, job seekers. So maybe we could target job seekers. So if you hover over this, so reach members who may be looking for a new job. So maybe they would be looking into affiliate marketing. So maybe we can do that. Now, the thing with this is what you're doing right now is we're targeting people that are in this group or in this group or in this group, or they have affiliate marketing as their interest, or they are job seekers. So we probably don't want to do that. Instead, what we would want to do is maybe, let's close out of this, narrow audience. So instead of an or, we want to say people that meet these criteria and they meet another criteria. So over here, we can select this option again. We'll go here and we'll go with member traits and we will say job seekers. And so now we're targeting people that have an interest in affiliate marketing, that are in one of these groups, and they are job seekers. Okay, so let's see if we can go further. Let's remove affiliate marketing here and let's narrow it even further and make it an and as well. So we're going to say interests. Let's say affiliate marketing. We're target. Okay, so not a lot of people at all, but this is really, this is a really targeted audience. So we're targeting people that like affiliate marketing, that are looking for a job and that are part of one of these groups, okay? So pretty laser targeted, as you can see, and in one of these countries, okay? So let's leave it at that. Let's see how this goes. So we're expected, for example, per day to be spending, to be getting 6 to 17 clicks per day and spending about $34 to $60 a day, okay? So let's suppose this is our targeting. We can exclude an audience as well. So we can, for example, exclude people that, you know, member interest that have an interest in, let's say, health, for example. We can exclude people. Now, there's no need for us to do that. This doesn't really make sense for us. But sometimes it's going to make sense for you to exclude certain groups of people. For example, in audiences, you might want to exclude people that bought. So if you're promoting a product to everybody that obviously didn't buy yet, you would want to exclude, once you set up pixels, conversion pixels on our site, we'd want to exclude people that already bought, right? So we would select this exclude option, go to retargeting, select website, and select our audience. We'll go through that again later on. Don't worry about that for now. So that's what we do here. We don't have to exclude anything. You can enable audience expansion. Again, if you click on this little option here, it's just going to tell you that LinkedIn will show your ads to people similar to things that you selected here. So if you select manager, for example, at McDonald's, it might show people, it might show your ads to managers at Wendy's, for example. We can leave it on in our case, so that's okay. So the next thing we have to do is choose our ad format. So a single ad format, single image ad is as people scroll down their LinkedIn newsfeed, just like with Facebook, they will see the ad, right? So the ad is going to show up there with an image. The image is the same size as a Facebook image, so 1200 by 628. The next option here you have is the carousel image ad. It's the exact same thing as the single image ad. It also shows up as you scroll down, but now instead of one image, it's going to show a collection of images, a carousel of images. Next, you have an image video ad. Video ad, again, same thing as you scroll down the newsfeed, but in this case, it's going to be a video instead of an image. Next, you have the text ad. So the text ad, it's going to show up. So if you hover over it, LinkedIn tells you what they're doing. So they're going to be ads that's going to show on the right-hand side of your LinkedIn page or at the very top. There's going to be a little line there that's going to link you somewhere to some product. Next, you have a spotlight ad. A spotlight ad is a square ad that's going to show on your side. And as you scroll down the page, the ad will stay there. So it's always going to be within eye range. Next, you have a message ad. So message ad and conversation ads are pretty similar. The difference is with the message ad, and you can see here as a picture, you're going to have an ad that's going to show up in somebody's inbox, okay? And then when people click that ad, there's going to be a bunch of text. You can see right here that you're going to write introducing them to something or telling them about something. And then at the end of it, there's going to be a call to action. A conversation ad will also show up as an ad in somebody's inbox. People will even get a notification that, hey, somebody messaged you. Right? And when they log in, at the top of your LinkedIn ad, you're going to see, you know, a 1 or 2, whatever, for the messages that you get. But here, instead of having this one long kind of paragraph of text, when you click on that ad, it's going to have a little bit of text asking a question or something like that and presenting options, saying, hey, do you like affiliate marketing, for example? And you're going to say, you know, they're going to give you a default answer template, yes, no, maybe. And then as you click on that, another question pops up with either more options or a call to action saying, yes, you know, teach me more, take me to this website, or no, I'm not interested, take me to this website, whatever. So that's the difference between message and conversation. Conversation is more so of a conversation. You give people options to reply, they reply, and then you take them to another part of the conversation. So the next option here is you have the LinkedIn Audience Network. Now let's select single image ad, by the way, for our purpose. And the LinkedIn Audience Network is a collection of other apps and sites that LinkedIn is partnered with. And so your ads might show up there as well. So it's saying that you can reach up to 25% more of your target audience. So about another 1,000 people they're saying we can reach if we select this option. So that's fine, we can leave it here. Now, if you click on this advanced options, you can exclude categories. So let's suppose, yes, I agree, but don't show my ads to anyone in the auto parts. You know, any apps or any sites that have auto parts as their theme, don't show my ads there. We can do that. You can also upload a block list. So if you have the website URLs of pages you don't want your ads to show up on, like the Apple App Store or the Android Store, you can select the file here. You can download a template here. So click on that. It's going to download an Excel sheet. Click on the Excel sheet and it's going to give you an idea of how you should format it It's just basically a list of URLs that you're going to add, and then you can import it here, and your ads will no longer show on those sites. Okay, that's if you select this option. So let's leave it at this. Suppose that's fine. You can set a daily budget, or you can set a lifetime budget, or both. So if you set a daily budget, you're just saying, until I pause my campaign actively, I will be spending, in this case, $50 a day. If you say, for example, lifetime budget, you're saying, I don't care how much you spend per day. I don't want you to spend more than, in this case, $500. That's the example for this entire campaign. If you select daily and lifetime, then you're saying, I don't want you to spend more than $50 a day on this campaign, and I don't want you to spend more than $500 on this entire campaign in total, regardless of how much you spend per day. Okay, so sure, we can leave it at that. The minimum daily budget is $10. We can go with 20 though. Again, my numpad's not working. There you go. Lifetime budget, let's say 100. So what we're saying is we don't want to spend more than $20 a day on this campaign and no more than $100 for the entire lifetime of this campaign. Scheduled start date, we can say start today. Today's the 20th. For the bid type, so how do you want to bid? Do you want to automatically bid on, let LinkedIn decide how much it should bid for all your clicks? Do you want to set a target bid? So for example, spending no more than $15 per click, and it's expensive, yes. But look at how targeted this is, guys. Look at how, we're targeting people that are, that have a clear interest in affiliate marketing. There's no question about that. And they are job seekers, so they are looking for a job. They have a history or right now LinkedIn determined that they are looking for a job. So it's pretty targeted. So it is expensive, okay? So you can enhance CPC bid, which means you can say how much you're willing to spend, like what the maximum is you're willing to spend, but LinkedIn will sometimes increase that amount as they see fit in order to get clicks that they think are gonna convert, are good clicks. And then lastly, you have a maximum CPM bid. So this is how much you're gonna pay per maximum for every 1,000 impressions, okay? Just so we can get by to the next part, let's select automated bid, that's fine. We can also set up conversion tracking. We don't have that yet. Once we set up conversion tracking, we'll cover that in this video. Click on add conversions. Nope, okay, never mind. So over here, you'll see an option that's gonna say the conversion right there, okay? So it's gonna give you the name of the conversion that we create later on, and you'll just be able to select it. So this is the option I was looking for. So that looks pretty much it. Let's quickly go through this. So right now, we are targeting people that are likely to click on our site. We're targeting people in Canada, US, and Australia, but not in New York. Our profile language is going to be English, so people that have English as their interface language will be seeing our ads. We're targeting people that are in one of these member groups, that are job seekers, that have an interest in affiliate marketing. We are not excluding anything. We are doing a single image ad. We are enabling the LinkedIn audience network, so we will be targeting a few more people than just, these 4,200. So we're not promoting on only LinkedIn. Again, you can uncheck mark that if you want. We are excluding auto parts, apps, or sites. We have a $20 per day budget and a $100 lifetime budget. And we're letting LinkedIn decide how much we should pay per click, okay? So that's about it for the campaign or the ad group if you're referring to Facebook ads. Now you can browse existing content if you already have an ad. So if you click here, you will be able to look at all of your different ads that you already created. So what you can do is create one ad and then use that ad across all your campaigns if you want to. We don't have anything, so we'll just click on create new ad and we're gonna fill in the blank. So let's name this ad, right? Let's suppose, again, we wanna promote affiliate marketing guide. So this is just for our reference. So we'll say affiliate marketing guide. So the next part here is the introductory text that's right here. The headline is gonna show right underneath the image and the description is gonna show right underneath the headline. So this is just like Facebook advertising. If you checked out my Facebook course or courses at ivanmana.com/old-courses, you will know what a Facebook ad looks like, and this is exactly the same. So let's enter some text here. Let's just go from top to bottom, and you can see a preview right here. So let's say, what is affiliate marketing? Let's hook them with a question, right? That's what I like to do, so that, because when people go through LinkedIn and scroll through their newsfeed, we want to hook them. We want to try to grab their attention. So what is affiliate marketing? Let's expand that a little bit. Find out everything you need to know from start to finish in my 55-page, let's say, free affiliate marketing guide. You will learn, let's say, and let's, so on the Windows sign, I'm gonna enter Windows sign period. However, what you could also do is if you go to emojipedia.org, I believe, if you type in, for example, checkmark here, you can select this option and then you can copy it. Let's head back into LinkedIn Manager and we're gonna paste it. So Control B, and then here we're gonna say you will learn, let's say, what affiliate marketing is. We're gonna again paste that little sign. We're gonna say how to select a product. We're gonna say how to create a landing page. We're gonna say how to set up your autoresponder. We'll say how to set up tracking, for example. All that you will learn for 100% free in my guide. So sign up now and get started. Okay, so let's go with this. We can click out of this box to see what it's gonna look like. Okay, so we have to first enter this, and then it's gonna pre-populate. And then if you click on see more, in this case it doesn't show up yet, but on the actual ad, as people see more, they will see all of this. So we're gonna enter our URL. Now we wanna promote my website, ivanmana.com, but I do wanna track. I wanna be able to see how many sales I get from LinkedIn via my third-party tracking system. Let me close out of that. So I'm gonna head over to ClickMagick. This is a tracking software I've been using for 4 years, and it just allows me to track my ads. So I'm gonna click on URL Builder. I'm gonna enter my URL here. I have tutorial videos on this as well. Check it out if you're interested. I also give you a 30-day free trial as opposed to a 14-day free trial if you use my link. So if you want to track your ads, see how well they're doing, this is the platform to use. So source, let's say this is LinkedIn. For UTM Medium, we can say, so this is going to be so what type of campaign? Is this a messenger campaign, conversation campaign? No, right? This is we said single image. So we can say single image. So this is going to be our campaign type. For the campaign name, this is a free, let's say, affiliate marketing guide. Free affiliate guide. For the UTM term, so here we can add additional options. These two are optional. They just help us determine, what we're targeting. So in this case, we were targeting, if I recall, we were targeting people that are in affiliate member groups. We were targeting job seekers, okay, so something like that. So just describe your targeting here maybe a little bit. And then for the ad copy, so we can say, what is, let's just say question, because we're starting with a question. And then we can say get guide, for example. Okay, so what we're doing here is I will be able to log into ClickMagick and I'll be able to see all my sales here. So this is especially useful if you're promoting affiliate products and you're not able to integrate LinkedIn with your affiliate network like ClickBank or Max Bounty, but you can do that with ClickMagick. So this way you'll be able to track your sales here. So in this case, with this URL, I'll be able to see that, hey, my traffic is coming from LinkedIn. If I have many different sources, I'm doing a single image ad. Once I start split testing, I'm gonna create different types of ads, right? I'll test a messenger ad, a conversation ad. This is a free affiliate guide campaign. So if I have many different campaigns that I'm targeting, this is my exact targeting. So I'm targeting members of affiliate groups and job seekers, and our exact ad starts with a question. So we're gonna copy this URL, head back over here and paste it here. And this is going to be our URL, so it's going to show up just the base there, right? It's not going to show the whole thing. Don't worry about that. So next thing here, we have to upload an image. Now, like I said, image has to be 1200 by 628. Now, I suggest you use a tool like Canva or Photoshop to kind of create a good looking image. However, if you just want to get started, the tools I use Pexels or Pixabay. These are free websites. So you can, grab any image you want without worrying about copyright or, oh, am I stealing this? Do I have to do attribution? Anything like that. Completely free images. So let's see if we can type in affiliate marketing and get something from here. For example. Okay, so these look pretty cool. I like these images. So let's say we want to take this image here. We're going to quickly download this. Let's do large. Okay, so we have it here. Let's head back over to LinkedIn. Okay, so now that we've added our image, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly upload this, and then we're gonna add our headline. All right, so I added an image. This looks pretty good. So that, again, the dimensions you want are almost pretty much 2:1. Okay, so there's pretty much 2 here by 1 here. So 2 in width by 1 in height. And this looks like it fits the criteria pretty well. So that looks pretty good. Now let's enter a headline. Headline will show up just right underneath the image. So let's say free affiliate marketing guide for beginners. We can click out of that and now it's going to show up here. And then we can say for the description, learn everything you need to know about affiliate marketing in my free 55-page PDF ebook, or ebook, how do you spell it? Ebook. Yeah. Okay, so we can do something like that, close out of that, and now it should show up right underneath. Let's add a call to action. So let's say maybe learn more. Close out of that, and now it's gonna have a little learn more there. Okay, sign up. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, so we're pretty much good to go. Now we can automatically write this checkbox here. We can add it to our campaign right away, or we can create this ad just for use later on, so that when we click on select, add from library, this is an ad that's gonna appear. But in this case, it's fine. We do want to add it to the campaign, so we'll click on create. And we are pretty much good to go here. So we do need to enter billing information. That's okay. We'll do that in a second. But let's go ahead and click on next. And now it's just telling us to confirm everything. So let's go through this. That looks good. Okay, so let's click on launch campaign. And we're good to go. So let's go ahead and go to account overview. And now we see everything. Okay, so this is our campaign, the website visits campaign. This is our campaign group. Now, if you want to change your campaign name, for example, you can go ahead and click on that ad group, head over here, click on manage, and over here we can change this name. So what I like to do is I like to reference the name of our targeting. So for example, we're doing Canada, US, and Australia. I can put in 2 lines here. We're targeting these member groups, so AF marketing groups. They're job seekers, sorry, so we can say plus job seekers, plus we're targeting affiliate marketing. So you can create this however you want to. Point is, once you start duplicating these campaigns and start making different variations, you need to be able to reference it without having to click on each one and say, okay, well what is this one, right? So you want to be able to reference that. Maybe you can say, single ad image. So again, depending on what you'll be testing, if you think you'll be doing a single ad image for every single different campaign, then you don't have to type that in, right? If you're doing different demographics, then maybe you can type in, well, this one is for males 18 to 24, and this other one is males age 18 or ages 25 to 34, right? Whatever you want it to be. So once you do that, you can go ahead and close out of that. And now we've updated our campaign name. Let's scroll down here. Let's click next. And let's just go ahead and click next here. You could also save and exit. It's fine. I'm just kind of going the safe way. And now you will see that this has been updated. So there are 2 things we have to do. One is we obviously have to enter our billing information. And the second thing is we have to review the agreement. So you can go ahead and click here on the agreement, read through this on your own time, on your own terms. If you break the rules, if you don't follow these guidelines that they gave you, then obviously it's on you. So make sure that you follow their agreement, do what they say is allowed and what's not allowed, and you should be good to go there. So once you read the rules, you can close out of that as we did here. And then if if you're happy with it and you proceed running ads, then you basically implicitly agreed. So you can go ahead and just close out of that. So the next thing you have to do is add your billing details. So you can go ahead and click on review your billing details here, and you will be able to add a credit card. So go ahead and click add credit card, and you'll be taken to a page where you now just have to fill in the blank. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this really quickly, and then we're gonna proceed. All right, so I went ahead and added the billing information. This issue might still be there. Just click on refresh the page now that everything's added, and the little warning error should disappear. So before we get into conversion tracking and audiences, let me quickly show you how to duplicate these ad groups or campaigns, as LinkedIn calls it. So to duplicate a campaign, all you're gonna do is select the campaign you wanna duplicate. In this case, we just have the one. Click on the 3 dots and click on duplicate. So we just have to enter a new campaign name now, so we can say copy of that. And don't worry, we will change this later on just for the time being. Let's click next. We will select this ad, that's fine. So we're gonna click on duplicate campaign. And now we have created another campaign right here. So it's going to ask us to kind of confirm. So what we do want to do here is obviously change some things around. So either we want to add different countries, we want to change different interest groups, right? All that stuff. So we should do that here before we proceed. So for example, instead of, let's say instead of these groups here, let's add something else. And instead of maybe member interest. So we can, that looks good. So remember, we want to stick with this and, right? So we just have job seekers that, let's say, that are interested not necessarily in affiliate marketing. Maybe now we want to target people that haven't heard of affiliate marketing. So maybe just basic marketing. Maybe people that don't know affiliate marketing yet. So we want to target these people. So let's say advertising strategies. And let's say targeted advertising, and we can say, let's say influencer marketing, for example, micro influencers, okay? So now we're targeting people that have an interest in micro influencers and are job seekers, okay? So we're gonna change this there in a second. Let's just go through everything else here, make sure it's all good here, good and dandy. All of this is fine. Let's go ahead and change that to automated so we can proceed. And let's click next, okay? So everything looks good. We are using this same ad, that's okay. And then it's telling us to do that. We'll launch campaign and we'll go to account overview. Okay, so now what we should do is change the name here, but just have a different name instead of affiliate marketing groups. We don't have that anymore. We want to change it. So let's go ahead and click manage here real quick. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select that. I'm going to copy it. Then we'll go back. And now we're going to come in here. We're going to click manage. And we're going to paste it. So Control V. But instead of all these, right, we're no longer targeting that. We are targeting micro influencers' interests. So we can delete this. Job seekers. Yeah, so we can say micro, what was it? I keep forgetting micro influencers. It's the first time I hear of micro influencers, to be honest. I know influencers. I don't know what micro influencers are. I guess they're like small versions of influencers. Okay, so we're saying micro influencers, maybe interests plus job seekers. Okay, so now we know what this ad is about. So we can just close out of that. We can click save and exit. And now we have these two groups. So right at a glance, right, we can tell, we'll be able to see how well they're doing. So we see our conversions here. Once we set them up, we'll see our leads, all these different options here, our clicks, and we'll be able to tell, well, which group is performing better without having to actually go into it and click on it and see how it's done. So that's basically it. You can't really duplicate your ads. You can't really duplicate your campaign groups either. So you can only duplicate your campaigns. Okay, so you can click here, duplicate, and that's pretty much it here. So you should now have a solid understanding of how to create your campaign group, your campaign, and your ads. So let's go ahead and quickly set up conversion tracking and then create audiences, and we should be good to go. Now let me go ahead and close out of these two options there. Let's put this in the back. Let's put this up here. So what we're going to do is head over to account assets and click on insight tag. So the first thing we have to do to set up audiences and conversion tracking is set up this tag. So we're going to click on see my insight tag. Now you can either install the tag yourself or you can use Google Tag Manager. I am using Google Tag Manager for my website, but I will still show you how to add this code to your page if you're not using it. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly open my Unbounce landing page just to show you where you can add this code in. All right, so I went ahead and opened my Unbounce page editor. This was a almost 53% conversion rate landing page that we built out completely from scratch in Unbounce. So if you are looking for a landing page builder, Unbounce, in my opinion, is the way to go. You can check out a video on how we do that in my other video. I'll link it in the description. But regardless of what website builder you're using, you're going to click here to copy the code, head into your editor, and under JavaScript, you can click on Add New JavaScript. You're going to simply paste it here, and you will say before body end tag. Okay, so you want to put it in between the opening body tag and the closing body tag. So the closing body tag looks something like this. So you want to put this code just before this closing tag, okay? And then you're going to name it. So let's say LinkedIn code. And so again, regardless of what you're using, whether it's Unbounce, ClickFunnels, Instapage, Lead Pages, you want to add this code in this JavaScript option. Okay, so in ClickFunnels, you're going to go to settings and tracking code, and you're going to add it there in the footer for ClickFunnels. Here, you're going to add it here before body end tag. Okay, so the process is the same regardless of which page you're using. Just look for an option where it's asking you to add before body end tag. Or just let me know in the comments below if you do have any specific questions about this, and I'll be happy to help guide you. So once you do that with Unbounce, for example, you can go ahead and click done, click save, and click republish, and you should be good to go. However, if you are using Google Tag Manager, let me quickly open my Google Tag Manager account and I'll guide you through the process there. All right, so here I am in our Google Tag Manager account. So you can go ahead and click on tags. Let's head back over to our LinkedIn campaign insight code, and we will select use Tag Manager. So all we're gonna do with Tag Manager is super simple. We're gonna copy this ID, this partner code. We're gonna head over here. We're gonna add a new tag. We're gonna select tag configuration. We will search for LinkedIn here in a second. We should find it somewhere here, LinkedIn Insight. And we're simply gonna paste the tag. We're gonna say all pages, so we want this code on every single page. Okay, so same with the other code, by the way, the other option here. If you install the tag yourself, make sure to add that code on every single page of your site. Sometimes you have the option with your website builder to add it to every page automatically without having to manually go to every page. If you have that option, use it, okay? So we wanna add it on everywhere. So then we'll say, we'll name this, let's say LinkedIn, then we'll say base code, and then we'll click save. And we should be good to go. And now if you preview this page, right, if you preview the page and head back over to ivanmana.com, we should see it there. Now let me see if I have another LinkedIn. Yeah, so I already had a LinkedIn code. I already created one. But what you could do is if you hit preview, you might see two codes now because I already set one up before. But if we refresh this page now, we should see a little pop-up here with Google Tag Manager. And we should see the LinkedIn code here, and then this is the new one that we created. So this is the one that I made before, and then this is the new one that we just did, okay? So we have it here. So once we do that, we can click on submit and we can save the changes. So click submit, confirm, right? And you should be good to go. Now I'm not gonna save it because I don't want two codes, but that's the process, okay? You can also send the tag to a developer. So if you're still really lost, you can definitely just email send the tag to whoever you want to. So you can email it to yourself and then forward it to your developer, whatever you want to do. But hopefully these two options were pretty clear, and let me know in the comments if not, and I'll be happy to help you out. So once we do that, we've added the code. Let's click on I'm done. And actually, I probably should save it on my page here. So I will submit just because, just to show you guys what the page is going to look like. Okay, so I will have two LinkedIn codes on my page just to see what it'll look like here. So it should fire here. So once we refresh the page, we should give it a bit, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and we're gonna see our website show up here, okay? So our code should be successfully added on this page. In the meantime, we've added this code. In the meantime, let's set up conversions and let's set up our audiences, okay? And again, in 5 to 10 minutes, you're gonna see all the activity here. But to set up conversion tracking, what you're gonna do is head over here to conversions, or under account assets, click on conversions and click on create a conversion. Now over here, let's name our conversion. So let's say we wanna target people that signed up for my free guide, right? So we're gonna say free guide signups, for example, or purchases, whatever you want. So what is the activity that best describes this? This is gonna be a lead, right? People that signed up. How much is each conversion worth? So if you sign up for my free guide, let's suppose you're worth about $4. You can leave these options as a default. Basically what this means is after someone clicks your ad, how long do you want to give them before they will be counted a conversion? So if we say 30 days, for example, if someone clicks on your ad and they convert on the 35th day, then they will not be counted as a conversion, because basically you're saying, well, you're no longer relevant for my business. It's been too long, right? So the quicker the day here, if you say 1 day, it's going to be super fresh. It's people that, they only have 1 day to convert before they're no longer considered relevant. However, at the same time, you're probably not going to get a lot of people then, because a lot of people usually take their time and they have to do some research before they actually buy. So we'll say 30 days for now. We'll leave it a default. Attribution model, you can leave as the default as each campaign. And then here it's saying which campaigns do you want to track the conversions for. So in our case, we want to track it for all of these campaigns. So we're just going to leave those on. We will use the site-wide tag. That is the point of setting up our pixel in the first place, right? The code that we set up. So we do select this option. And then here is where we add our URL. So for example, we want to see how many people converted, and the way they convert is by landing on my thank you page, right? So my thank you page, let's say here, contains thank you download. So that's what my thank you page contains. It contains in the URL, it says ivanmana.com/thank you download. And so the only way someone reaches that page is if they sign up. So this is who we're tracking as a conversion. So anybody that clicks on my that clicks on my LinkedIn ad and gets to this URL, we will be naming them as a conversion. They'll be considered a conversion. So let's click save. And now we have this here. Now there's no signal yet. Let's go to tag domains. Let's refresh the page and see if there is a symbol yet. Not yet. So we're going to go ahead and refresh this page as well, but the code should be added. Okay, so let's give it a little bit more time. In the meantime, let's create some audiences. So let's go to account assets, and to create audiences, remarketing audiences, you're going to click on matched audiences. So we'll click here, and now we're going to create some audiences. So let's click on create audience. And you have all these different options here. So we will still do a lead gen form. I'll show you how to do that really quickly. But you're gonna, for example, select website. So with LinkedIn audiences, you cannot right away create an audience list of, for example, cart abandoners, meaning people that initiated checkout but didn't convert. So what we're gonna do instead here is we will create an audience of people that initiated checkout, and then we're gonna create an audience of people that have purchased, that have reached the thank you purchase page. And then once we actually set up our ads, we're going to include this audience and we will exclude people that bought. Okay, so that's how we're gonna work around and create this cart abandoner audience. So for example, here we'll say initiate checkout. And then we can say URL that contains, let's suppose my URL, my initiate checkout website page contains initiate checkout. So it says ivanmana.com/initiate checkout. Okay, so we're gonna select that. We'll click on create. And now we have this audience here. Now we can create another audience again. We'll click on website, and this time we'll say buyers, for example. And our URL contains, it says thank you purchase. Okay, so that's the URL. When someone buys one of my courses, you go to thank you purchase, and we'll click create. So now we have an audience of people that bought and people that initiate checkout. So the cart abandoner campaign, what we're gonna do is we will target people that initiated checkout and we will exclude people that bought. All right. Now we can also create another audience. We can keep going, and we can say, for example, all website visitors, and we can say website contains, ivanmana.com. And now we'll be targeting anybody that has gone to any part of my websites, and we can target these people. Now you can edit these audiences by clicking here, and if you want to create other audiences, you can also create a video audience by targeting people that watched a certain percentage of your ad. Now we don't have any video to choose here, but once you do, if you create a video, you will be able to retarget people that watched the percentage of your video. Let's go back. You will also be able to create a lookalike audience. So a lookalike audience, again, if you watch my Facebook ads course, it's an audience that is similar in characteristics to an existing audience that you have. So for example, if we select lookalike here, we can name our audience customer lookalikes, lookalikes purchasers. And we can't select an audience here because it's not ready yet. Audiences have to have at least 300 people to be considered and to show up here. We don't yet because we just set this up. But once you have, for example, 300 people that purchased, or you import 300 people that purchased, you'll be able to select that audience. You click on that, and LinkedIn is going to generate an audience that is similar in characteristics to these people that bought. And you're going to create this lookalike audience. Now, these are still people that haven't heard of your brand. They probably don't know you, they haven't heard of your brand, but they are similar in characteristics deemed by LinkedIn based on customer matching. They'll look at the emails, they'll look at how these people are similar, what types of actions do they do, what types of activities do they engage in on LinkedIn, and they're gonna try to match people, okay? So they have all these algorithms in place that are gonna help you do that. So now that we've set up these audiences, this audience list, this conversion tracking, let's go back to campaign performance. Let me quickly show you what this actually looks like. So first of all, again, you're gonna see your conversions here. So now that we've set up conversions, you will see everything here. If you click on columns, you can choose any specific kind of column you want, or you can create a new one. So if you go to customize columns, you can create your own column list. So you can select from all of these options here. For example, we have a YouTube column, a WordPress column, and you can just, you can completely customize your column by whatever metrics you see are important. You can name it and then click update. And then you'll be able to select from those columns over here, okay? Now the performance is kind of the default column, which has conversions, so you'll see them there. Now, let's suppose I want to show you how to create some audience lists. So what we're gonna do is, again, select the campaign. We're gonna click on Manage. And now that we have some audiences, let's scroll down here, for example. So we can say that now we can target. If we go to Retargeting, Website, now we have all these different audience lists that we can choose. So we can, for example, include people that, for example, all website visitors, and we can exclude now. So if we go to Audiences, go to Retargeting, go to Website Visitors, we can exclude our buyers, okay? So if we want to create a different campaign targeted to cart abandoners, instead of all website visitors, we're gonna select retargeting, we'll go to website, and we will select initiate checkout. And so now we're targeting people that's initiated checkout, but that didn't buy, okay? And yes, audience is too small, we don't have anything set up here yet, but that's what this would look like. And so once we're done with that, you just go down, click save and exit, and that's gonna be how you target these audiences that you created. Now we're not gonna save, so we'll click previous and we'll click save and exit. So that is pretty much it here. Let's head over back to account assets to the insight tag and just see if if anything's been updated here yet. All right, so not updated yet, and that's okay. In the meantime, let's still do one more thing. Let me show you how to create the lead gen forms and the lead gen campaign. So we're gonna head over to lead gen forms. We're gonna create a form, and then what we're gonna do is we can create a campaign using this form, okay? So people can enter their email, their name, whatever it is they want to, and then they will have the option to be redirected to your URL. So for the form name, we can say affiliate guide, for example. We can have an offer headline. So we can say, get your free, let's say, get your free affiliate marketing guide. We will offer details, so we can provide some. So here's, the headline. We can say free 55-page affiliate marketing guide reveals how to promote affiliate products online. And now that's going to show up right below it. We need our privacy policy URL, so we're going to enter that here. And then policy terms, we don't have to explain that, but let's go to the next option here. So we can include, we can require people to add additional information like the company they work for, company size, and it's gonna request it here. We don't need any of that for our example, so we'll check mark that off. But you can have up to 12 options you can pick. And so if someone clicks your ad, they will see this lead gen, right? You can also add custom questions. What is your favorite color? And then it's just going to ask them there, and then they can select from one of the options that you provide them, okay? You can add another custom question. You can add a custom checkbox if you want to get someone's permission for something. You would enter what those terms are, and if they click required, it's going to force people to kind of submit that they have to agree to it in order to proceed. So that's up to you how you want to do it. Next, we have the confirmation page. So after someone enters their name, email, whatever else you want, they'll be taken to this kind of thank you page. And by the way, we have an error. Let's go back here, see what the error is. Okay, so that's the term. So let's delete that. We don't need that. Let's click on next. Okay, so we added all these options. Let's delete them because we don't want them. Let's head over to the confirmation. So now this is where we add the thank you confirmation message. So thank you for signing. Did I spell that right? Signing up. I hope you enjoy your guide. So something like that. Now we need our landing page URL. So this is going to be an option that's going to allow people to go to our page. So for example, evilman.com. In the meantime, feel free to head over and see my website. Okay, and we're going to do that. And we can say this, custom fields. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. We can add hidden fields. This is more so for tracking. So these are fields that are gonna be there, but people aren't gonna know about them. So they're gonna be automatically generated from every different user. For example, a click ID. If you're familiar with my click magic tutorials, a click ID is like a ticket number that gets passed through so you can track sales. So if you have something like that, you can go ahead and set that up. We're not. And we'll click on create. And now this is our lead gen form. It is under review now. Okay, so let's head over to, let me actually show you how to set this up now. So if you go to campaign performance, we select the campaign group, and we're going to create a new campaign. Okay, so we'll select create campaign. We're going to use this one. If you want to create a different campaign group, you can create a new group, and then you can enter the name and all that fun stuff. We're okay with this default group, so we'll click next. And now here, to create this lead gen ad, we're going to select lead generation. So we'll select this option here, right? We're going to leave everything as default. We went over everything here. And by the way, here's our conversion, right? So at the bottom, you're going to select it now that we have it. We'll click next. And let me just show you the lead gen ad. So we're going to create a new ad. And then here at the bottom, so you're going to create your ad, you will be able to select your form, okay? So when someone, through the ad, that's going to be just your final URL. But when someone clicks on your ad, they will be taken to this form. And then after that, on the form, they will have the option to go to the URL that you took them to, okay? So that's how this lead gen campaign works. So that's pretty much it here. I hope you enjoyed this guide. Let's just go back here. And so that's pretty much it for this LinkedIn tutorial. Hopefully this was helpful for you. Again, the insight tag, you should see some data as you start sending traffic, and as you click on the URL to test it, you should start seeing just an update that's going to say that your URL is now active. If you enjoyed this tutorial, definitely check out my courses at ivanmana.com/all-courses, where I give the same level of detail for Google Ads, Facebook Ads, and Microsoft Ads, as well as going to in-depth detail for remarketing. And I show you how to set up Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics, and set up very engaged remarketing audiences. That being said, thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.